Hey guys, just a quick channel update. I wanted to let all of you guys know why exactly I've decided to walk away from YouTube for a little bit. A lot of me wants to do it permanently, i.e. a lot of me wants to walk away from YouTube permanently, and a lot of me doesn't. My mind is very scatterbrained right now, and there are a lot of reasons for that. Some of these reasons are things going on in my personal life. Some of these are things going on with YouTube in itself. So let's take a little bit of time and go through them one by one. First, let's talk about the issues going on with YouTube in itself. With YouTube, there have been a lot of things going on, from monetization issues, copyright issues, content ID claims, and even subscriber issues. There's a lot more going on with YouTube, like the algorithm, for instance. And now let's take a time to go through each one of those things individually. When it comes to YouTube, monetization has been a really big problem on the platform. Monetization happens through serving advertisements on our videos. You sign up through the Google Partner Program, in which Google will auction off your videos to serve advertisements on those videos. Therefore, you the creator, or us the creator, makes a few cents or even $1 or more, depending on what that advertiser has agreed to pay at that auction. This will affect your CPM, or cost per milli, cost per 1,000 views that you get on your videos. While this isn't directly a huge impact on why I decided to walk away, it has been somewhat of an instance, or somewhat of a reasoning why I decided to walk away for a little bit. On my YouTube channel alone, the AdSense revenue has dropped by over 50% in the past 2 months. That's a substantial amount of money that I'm losing every month. That equals, for me, about $150 to $250 I'm losing every single month. And that's been happening for the past 2 months. The second biggest issue with YouTube is them not serving out our videos to our subscriber base. This causes a huge impact to the algorithm, which is another thing that I mentioned a second ago. If you don't have a certain amount of view velocity on YouTube, i.e. 10% of your subscriber base watches your video within the first 24 to 72 hours, no one's exactly sure which, then YouTube does not promote your video and it does not rank as well. That affects the channel drastically, because if you don't get in those views, then you don't make near as much money, and people don't find your videos. Therefore, in my case, they're not able to find the information that they might be looking for. This is extremely impactful on the channel, and it's caused my channel's views to go down drastically. Now, while I don't do this for views and money alone, they are a very big reason why I do this channel. Because without the views and without the money, it makes it very difficult to stay inspired to grow your channel, and it also makes it very difficult for new people, new viewers like yourselves, to find my videos to get the information that they might or might not be looking for. Now, over the past month, I've noticed the views on my channel have gone down drastically by over 50% as a whole. This has been, for me personally, because of some of the things going on in my personal life, this has been a very big setback. I have been struggling with depression. That's came back over the past several months for various reasons. Most of those reasons are things going on in my personal life. However, whenever I turn on YouTube and I look at my analytics and I see a common trend that over 2 days, across all 163 of my videos, I get the same amount of views that most other people who upload similar content are able to get within just a couple of hours. All the while, I am following all of the recommended rules of YouTube, i.e. I'm putting in tags, a lot of tags, long tail keywords, they all supposedly rank. I'm filling out my description, I'm giving proper titles, and I'm giving proper thumbnails. Yet for some reason, I still can't manage to bring in the viewership. Now, while my videos are very helpful to a small section of people, you guys know who you are. You guys have been following me and been very supportive of my channel from the beginning whenever you found me. I am extremely appreciative of that. However, it doesn't take away the fact that after seeing a huge channel growth in August, my channel dropped. My channel, by analytics with watch time and views, is where it was 8 to 9 months ago. So it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This has affected my mental mindset to where, with the things going on in my personal life, I just haven't had the inspiration to do videos anymore. Because quite honestly, I feel like nobody gives a fuck. Forgive my language, but I'm being candid and completely open and honest here. I've always tried to be as open and honest as I can. I try not to hide things from my viewers, and I also try not to put on an act as if I'm constantly happy and my life is perfect, because it's not. Nobody's life is. I know this, and I think all of you know that as well. Most of my viewers are very open and honest, and they don't admit that their life is perfect either. Watching the viewership drop the way it has been, whenever I look at my analytics and I see that most of the views I'm getting aren't even from my subscriber base, along with some of the press releases that Google and YouTube has released, where they say that for some reason there's a bug or a glitch that isn't serving out videos to the subscriber base. YouTube is trying very hard to push a lot of videos on your recommended page or on your home page of your YouTube channel. So for example, whenever you sign into YouTube, you see the recommended section, you see the suggested videos section, and you see a whole bunch of other channels and videos that YouTube is recommending to you based off of what you watch. You have in the side tab, whenever you're watching a video, these so-called suggested videos. And most YouTubers, no matter how big or how small, from PewDiePie to me, to Ethan at H3H3, to Boogie at 2988, to Wilderness Outfitters or Dave Canterbury, to Really Big Monkey 1 or The Backyard Bowyer or Am I Wilderness, we all get the majority of our views from these suggested videos. However, the way YouTube has been doing these suggested videos does not impact the channel that you're currently watching at any given time. There are some creators that are able to dominate the side tab of suggested videos, and that's great. It used to be that way for most YouTube creators. However, that is not the case near as much anymore, which has also had a direct impact on the amount of viewers that I bring in, as well as many other YouTube channels. If you watch some of your favorite YouTube channels and compare to a year or 2 years ago, you're going to notice that their viewer base, or the average number of views they get per video, has probably gone down. There are exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, they've gone down. This has impacted a lot of YouTube creators and made them feel very unconfident in the platform as a whole. So let's talk a little bit about copyright and content ID claims. While this hasn't affected my channel personally, it is a really huge problem because content ID can be something that also violates YouTube terms of service. For example, if you make a video that somebody reports, YouTube can give you a community guideline strike. That, you get 1 or 2 of those, will end up deleting your channel or removing your channel for a short amount of time or for a few weeks. In the case of Cody's Lab, you guys might be aware of this channel. He's an awesome channel. I don't recommend him on my channel because he's not too directly related to what I do, and I don't watch him on my Trillium account. I have several YouTube accounts where I watch things that I'm personally interested in, versus on this channel, I try to recommend things that are somewhat related or educational into what I am doing. I.e., the creators have released videos that coincide with things that I have done. But a lot of other YouTube channels have experienced content ID strikes, copyright claims, and community guideline strikes. Now, like I said, this hasn't affected my channel directly Thankfully, it has made a huge impact across the entire platform. It's also given a lot of viewers a really big negative opinion of YouTube. That doesn't help the viewer base for everybody who is making content for their audience. I think part of the reason I've been able to avoid copyright claims is because I make all of my own content and the music I use is released under a Creative Commons license, and I share that license in the description of all of my videos where I use that music as is required by law. By law, I'm required to do so. I would do it even if I wasn't, because it's only fair to the awesome person who made that music. I use music from Incompetech, which is made by Kevin MacLeod. Feel free to check him out. Awesome music if you are interested in using free music for your YouTube channel. The things that I mentioned a little bit ago about viewers and view velocity and the rate that my channel has been dropping directly affects how I am perceived by YouTube's algorithm. Their algorithm is very, very important if you want to grow a channel on YouTube. It makes it very hard to grow a channel on YouTube when you're constantly being punched in the face by this algorithm that doesn't seem to have the viewers, the audience, or the creators at their best interest. Their algorithm seems to be supporting the advertisers and clickbait bullshit content. Again, forgive my language, but I'm going to be very open and honest throughout this entire video. Over the past couple of months, as I have seen my channel drop by over 50% in views, watch time, and subscribers, as well as ad revenue, it's been very disheartening. It hasn't helped with the things going on in my personal life where I am so fucking busy. I don't have the time to do very much when it comes to YouTube anymore. The things going on in my personal life have affected my mental mindset and caused my depression to come back. Whenever I see the fact that I'm working as hard as I have been for the past 2 years to grow this channel, and it's not going anywhere, it doesn't really help. It makes me feel even more depressed. Now, a lot of people are probably going to comment and say, well, don't worry about the views. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the watch time. I'm not doing it for any of that. However, that does impact how creators feel about making content. Because who wants to keep making content to teach others when there's not many others actually watching to begin with? So let's talk a little bit about some of the things going on in my personal life. Some of you guys may not care to hear about this, and if you don't, go ahead and leave the video now because you've heard everything else. However, if you are interested in learning a little bit about what's going on with me and my personal life, then please continue to watch. Now, when it comes to some of the things going on in my personal life, there's a whole lot of them, and I'm not going to go into full detail on every single issue because they are my personal problems. However, I do feel that it's important to share these with you guys, those who have truly supported me and actually give a shit about me and this channel. So let's talk about some of those. First and foremost, over the past 2 to 3 years, I have lost pretty much all of my friends. Every single one of them. I have 2 friends, and those 2 friends are so busy they don't have the time to spend very much of their time with me. And I don't have much of my time to spend with them. That's had a very negative impact on me personally because I'm generally a very reclusive person, and I'm also a huge introvert. Part of another reason that I've made this channel is because it helps me to release what I feel to other people and to get myself out there just a little bit more than I normally would have any other time. I've lost so-called friends for no reason. People that I've done a lot of things for, and then they drop me like a bad habit. That hurt very much. It brought back a lot of my depression because I felt that nobody really cared about me. I'm not trying to come across as selfish, and if you interpret this as such, so be it. You are entitled to your opinion. I have a lot of family issues going on. my niece has a very, very big issue going on that I won't go into for legal reasons. We are fighting this, or tried to fight it in court, and we failed because the court system where I live is a fucking corrupt pile of dog shit. Again, forgive my French. But it's true. I live in a county within Indiana where the judges only seem to support those who break the law. If you break the law in this county, well, kudos to you, nothing wrong. If you try to follow the law, go fuck yourself, piss up a rope, pound sand. They really don't care. So I've been caught up trying to help my family through these legal issues, and I am also facing another legal issue from the place that I moved from. The reason I moved to begin with is because I got evicted from a shitty landlord who did not abide by their legal obligations. And just recently, the court upheld her end and said that she wasn't obligated to fix things that were broken. We had water, or I should say we didn't have water for over 24 hours. And the court actually said, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fucked up. We're in the process now of trying to get a hold of tenant lawyers so that way we can be in the right because we followed the law and we got punished for it. To where now there's several thousands of dollars owed to a worthless bitch who didn't do her obligation. She didn't oblige by her legal obligations, and now we're in the wrong. I'm also without a car. My car does no longer work. There's something wrong with the transmission of my car, and I don't know what that is. I don't have the funds, because of everything else going on, I don't have the funds to really get it fixed. I'm having to seek outside financial help from other members of my family just to get my car fixed. It used to be that depression wasn't a big problem because I could just go to the woods and hug a tree. I could go to the woods and I could sit for hours. I could look at plants. I could take rocks and I could paint different things up with rocks. I could do all kinds of things to ease my mind and ease my depression and get over my problems. I haven't been able to for over 3 weeks. I've been trapped in this house by myself with nobody around me. That's been very devastating to me mentally. Very. Also, there are a lot of issues with where I live right now. From plumbing issues, to heating issues, to mice, squirrels getting into my car and tearing out and eating up the radiator hoses pretty much every other day or so. I'm tired of spending the money on radiator hoses. Excuse me. The people at the auto parts store know me by first and last name now because of how many radiator hoses I have to buy. I can't keep up with all of this. And all the while, I have to do a lot of the other things around this house. Now that wouldn't be a problem if I actually had the time to do those things. But I haven't had the time. Between the hours it takes to make my YouTube videos, from filming and editing, doing the thumbnails, the titles, the tags, the descriptions, and answering every single comment that I get. On top of making dinner, trying to live a life, which I don't have much of one recently anymore. All I can do is sit here with my thumb up my ass because I got no fucking vehicle. And that's not any of your guys' problem or obligation to take care of that for me. And I don't want you to, unless you really want to. I'm not instigating for you guys to do that or to try to support the channel more so that way I can take care of my own problems. They are my problems. However, that has impacted my mental mindset to where I do not feel like making YouTube videos, and with the rate my channel's gone down, it really makes me feel that nobody in this world gives a shit. And while this video may come across as me being angry at you guys, I'm not angry at you guys. I truly am not. I have a very, very dedicated subscriber base, though small, very dedicated, and they've always been supportive in everything that I've tried to do. And I appreciate that more than you guys can know. But sometimes it just isn't enough because of all the things going on in my personal life and the things going on with YouTube that it doesn't seem anybody seems to be able to help with. So I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place with another rock on top of me. That's exactly how it feels for me. And because of all of these things, whenever I turn on my YouTube channel and I look at my analytics and see that things are dropping and that it takes 2 days for me to get the same amount of views that somebody else can get in a couple of hours on one video, it's just demoralizing. It's absolutely demoralizing. I can't think of much that's been as demoralizing as this besides my so-called friends dropping me for no fucking reason. I had a conversation with one of the friends that I have. I have pretty much 2 friends right now. And I had a conversation with him about the things that are going on with me and my YouTube channel. His opinion was that my videos are just too boring. That's when the next day I uploaded the video, which is now deleted, called Facing the Music. I decided maybe it's time for me to face the music and say, I suck at this. Not many people are interested. My analytics show it. My friends say it. My family said it. Who cares? Who cares? Sometimes you have to wake up and smell the roses. Sometimes you have to wake up and face the music, even though it's a shitty, nasty, horrible song that you don't even want to listen to begin with. Now, while it's easy to say don't listen to that, when you are in a mentally comprised mind state or you are in a mentally vulnerable state, it's really hard to not listen to everything that comes at you and take it negatively. While that friend who said that didn't necessarily mean to hurt my feelings, it did hurt my feelings. Very, very much. I feel my videos are great because I make videos that I know would have helped me whenever I was learning this subject. And that's what I tried to do. However, that doesn't seem to be working very well. I've tried to make a few skit videos recently so I can get others to laugh, not to try to get more views, but just simply to make others laugh, because why the hell not? It also has helped me feel a little bit better, but it hasn't helped very much. The reason I deleted the video called Facing the Music is not because I was embarrassed by it, or because I plan on making an immediate return to YouTube. I deleted it simply because I wanted to. I feel that those who had viewed it are the ones who are going to really care. Therefore, they watched it, and within a couple of days, I deleted it. I've deleted my Patreon account, and I've deleted my Twitter account. Because, what the hell's the point? That's how I feel. People have said, I need to quit being... Forgive me. People have said that I need to quit being so hard on myself. That is a really big personal problem I've struggled with my entire life. I am very critical of a lot of things, and I'm the most critical person of myself out of anybody else on this entire planet. I've always been highly critical of myself, and I probably always will be. I have judged myself based upon my success, as I do feel most other people do. I tried with this. I have another aspect of my business that isn't YouTube, and that hasn't gone anywhere. A lot of that may be because of my faults, because I've got a lot of faults, and I haven't done a lot of promotion in the real world of my classes, because I do teach and offer classes, but I don't get many calls. The calls I do get, I have been told several times personally that people don't want to pay for them. They just want me to teach them for free. Well, fuck you. My time is valuable to me, and if it isn't valuable to you, then go pound sand. Go learn yourself. Go teach yourself like I have. I spend a lot of time and effort teaching myself this subject and learning how to film videos, learning how YouTube works, learning how the algorithm works, all for what seems to be absolutely nothing. That's demoralizing. It's absolutely demoralizing to me. And it has made me be more critical and harsh on my own self. For negative consequences. It hasn't been a good consequence of me or to either of you or any of you. It's hurt a lot of you guys, and it's hurt a lot of me too. I frequently look at myself and have looked at myself for the past couple of weeks as a person who has failed, but a person who also tried. Success and failure is determined by our own minds and what we interpret success and failure to be. And by my standards, I feel I failed. I haven't failed in teaching other people. Because, yeah, there's, about 600,000 people overall that I've taught something. That 600,000 comes from the overall numbers of views I've gotten across my channel as a whole. But I don't do this solely for the views. If I did, I would have quit a whole hell of a long time ago. It took me over 1 year just to be able to break 1,000 views on YouTube. A lot of people can look back through my videos and see videos that have 50,000 views, 30,000 views, 10,000 views, 12,000 views. Most of those views are, most of those views are accumulative. They come over time. They don't just happen overnight. At least not for me. And for the past month and a half, I haven't been able to break 1,000 views on any of my videos. And according to YouTube and the way their algorithm works, if you don't get 10% of your viewer base to watch your video within a certain amount of time, then they pretty much tell you to go fuck yourself. That's kind of what's been happening. Each video that I've released in the past month and a half, its views are less and less and less and less and less. Engagement is higher than it's ever been before on my channel. That doesn't matter. I get more likes and shares and comments than I ever did before in the past 2 years. That doesn't matter. It matters to me, but it doesn't matter to YouTube, and it hasn't helped grow my channel. It's very difficult to make this sustainable whenever you have so many things going on in your life and your channel isn't growing. YouTube is literally playing with people's livelihoods. And that's unfair. A lot of you can say the world is unfair. It is. But I have a saying why this world is unfair. I personally feel this world is unfair because people do not try to make this world fair. If we all put a little bit of effort to try to make this world fair, it'd be a whole hell of a lot more fair than it is now. And I'm thankful for my viewers who care because they've tried to make things fair, not only for themselves or the people around them, but also for me and YouTube as a whole. I truly do feel that. I have a lot of positive encouragement and very little negative comments. I get some criticism every now and again. I get some people who like to comment without watching the videos thoroughly, but that's okay. I don't pay much attention to those. I respond to them most of the time, but not always. Those negative comments don't affect me very much. They don't affect my mental thinking or my mental fortitude. However, what does affect all of that is everything going on in my personal life, the way I feel about the things going on in my personal life, the things going on with YouTube, and the way I feel about the things going on with YouTube. Now, I understand this video is probably about 20 minutes long. I apologize, but these are things I had to get off of my chest, and I really don't have anybody else to talk to, and I don't want to spend my time typing all of this up. I just don't want to. I don't want to spend very much time in front of the computer anymore, because not only do I not have the time, it's actually depressing. It's very depressing to look at my channel going the way that it is. But anyways, that's how I feel. That's what's been going on with me and with YouTube and the channel. And that's really all I have to say about it. I thank all of you guys for watching my videos and for learning from them. I thank all of you for the positive support and for the positive comments that you guys have given me, the encouragement you guys have given. And I really, truly hope that my videos have been helpful to you guys. Because if they haven't been helpful to you guys, then I truly did absolutely massively fail. I know I didn't massively fail because a lot of you have said how much my videos have been helpful. And I've also heard, or I should say read, a lot that my videos are more informative than most others on the subject. That's a lot of the reason I don't show my face in most of my videos, is because this channel is not about me. It's about the plants. It's about how these plants can be used. It's about how to identify them. And most people are obviously willing to watch a video on this subject where somebody shows their face more often than actually learning about the goddamn plant they're wanting to watch. And if you don't appreciate my use of goddamn there, well, I'm sorry. That's just who I am. I say the word a whole lot more than I ever do on my channel. I don't cuss very much on this channel because I try to make it family friendly. Not because of YouTube's recommendations or reasonings, but because I feel that's the best way to promote this subject, because this subject is for everybody from age 5 and up. So therefore, I don't cuss. But I don't know, I'm done ranting, I'm done talking about it. This is what's been going on with me in my personal life. This is how I feel, this is what's been going on with my channel and with YouTube. And I thank all of you guys for watching this video, whoever does watch it. And I thank all of you guys for supporting the channel. Hopefully soon I'll be back to filming more videos. I don't know when that will be. And I don't know what videos I'll be filming next. I have no clue. I normally have plans thought out of like, oh, I'm going to shoot this video this day, this video that day. I haven't made any of those, and I really don't want to. I'll do it whenever I can, personally and mentally. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever it is. And thank all of you for watching.